Hello and welcome back to Blonde with a Pod, which is what I've named this podcast / video series that I post on both YouTube and Spotify. So if you're listening to this on one of those platforms, then be sure to check out the other. Today I wanted to talk about how you can get your life to work for you and to get life to give you the things that you want to be doing and that you want to receive. If you want to be starting something new, if you want to get into a new stage of life, then keep watching to figure out how to get the confidence to do this and what it takes. So I feel like a lot of people think that they need permission from someone or something to start something new, or that they need to be qualified to start something new, or to be good enough to just start a new hobby. So they think, well, I could never do that because I'm not blank enough. I'm not sporty enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not trendy enough. There's no qualifications to do basically anything in life, to just at least try it and also to try to be good at it. There's not an application to try to do something or excel at a life skill or to pursue something that you want to do in life, whether that's be good at meditation or do bird watching, or I don't know, take a hike and be a hiker who likes to climb mountains and be in nature. None of that stuff has a universal application that you need to check all the boxes and fill out a certain form and be a certain way, because in life anyone can do anything basically. And I feel like a lot of people need that reminder. There was a lot of times when growing up I started something on a whim because I thought it sounded interesting, and a lot of people had this set idea of what they were going to do or what they wanted to do. And no one stepped outside of that box, But I was constantly thinking of new things that I could do or things that I could get into, like a new sport or a new activity or a new genre of music. There's nothing that should be holding you back from getting into something that you could potentially be passionate about. So being someone who has just graduated college, there is this whole post-grad era where you're figuring out what you want to do, and a lot of people fall into this rut of not feeling qualified enough or not feeling good enough to live the life that they want to be pursuing. So even if you're in the throes of job searching and you're in the rough patch of just trying to land something or land a job, that shouldn't keep you from living a lifestyle that you want to live. Even though I am still job searching, I'm still making sure to take care of myself because I am worthy and deserve a lifestyle where I'm able to provide for myself even if I don't have a job. So that means for me is making sure that I get exercise, that I get enough hydration, that I'm hydrating myself, that I'm trying to look good, that I'm trying to feel good, and trying to do activities that genuinely interest me. So just because you're lacking in one part of life, whether that be having a job or having a family that fully supports you or having friends that want to make plans every day, even if you don't have that, that doesn't mean you're not deserving of every other part that life has to offer. And I wanted to just give that little reminder that you deserve everything that you want, every aspect of whatever lifestyle you want. You deserve that, and you should start working towards that lifestyle. If you had told me 3 years ago or 4 years ago that I would be sitting in front of a camera, that I would be giving advice, that I would be making YouTube in the extent that I wanted to, making YouTube videos in the extent that I wanted to be, I would have thought, wow, that person must have a lot of confidence, and I don't think I could ever get there, honestly. Even though I was making videos, I never had the confidence to sit down and actually talk directly to a camera. I was mostly hiding behind the camera, trying to take little clips for a vlog, but it was nothing ever to this extent. I think there's a lot of things that I would not have believed that I was going to do, like get into business school, start studying marketing and film, which is what I actually wanted to do. before I even got to college was try to get into the entertainment space. If you had told me that I had basically gotten myself there, I would have thought, how did I even do that? And I'm just here to remind you that it's a marathon and not a sprint, okay? If you want to get somewhere, it's not going to take a day, it's not going to take a week, it's more likely going to take a year. So if you truly want something, you have to align yourself with doing that every day. You have to take those steps. You have to maybe switch out of your major, or you have to research what you want to do, look into it, actually put in the time to start realigning your life with that particular interest. So I just wanted to also speak on the self-doubt and the insecurity that occurs when you're trying to start something new. Your self-doubt and your belief in not being able to do something is going to be your biggest setback in anything. Because if you believe you can't do it, who's going to believe in you? Who's going to convince you that you can do something? No one's going to do it for you. So you have to be your biggest believer that you can do something. You have to put your self-doubt aside and just start thinking in the mindset of, I can do this, I can start this, and eventually I'm going to get where I want to be in this endeavor. Fear is also a huge thing that is going to stop you from doing exactly what you want to do in life. And there's no universal way to get rid of fear. Fear is always going to be there, but you just have to live with that fear and learn how to manage it. So it can come in the form of anxiety or of depression. Fear can manifest itself in a lot of ways, but you need to redirect the fear towards the confidence that you have in yourself, and just remind yourself that that confidence will always triumph the fear and the doubt and the anxiety. And you can remind yourself this every day by writing out manifestations or repeating them, that you're worthy of receiving all the things you want in life, that you deserve the lifestyle that you want to live. You can also meditate to sort of clear out those anxious thoughts. You can also try to seek out people who you feel will support you no matter what new thing you're trying. There's a lot of people who will try to hold you back because they're jealous they can't start something on their own, and they have those limiting beliefs, and they're going to project those limiting beliefs onto you. So if you can sort of try to seek out people who are actually starting new things just like how you want to start new things, and if they aren't scared to do that, that's going to teach you that you shouldn't be scared to do what you want to do. But it all comes from a place of knowing that you can basically form and shape your life however you want. It's just a decision that you have to make. So when I was kind of in a rocky place and I was not living the lifestyle I wanted to because of the low vibrations I was putting out, I guess, and also just the amount of self-doubt I had in myself, it took about a year to get out of that mentality of where I realized I was deserving of the life I wanted to live, and that I didn't deserve to be throwing a pity party every day for myself, that things weren't going my way if I wasn't even trying to redirect my life, basically. And I feel like it's easy to feel very stuck post-grad in this cycle of I can't move forward, I can't make any progress. But basically, if you're trying to live the lifestyle you want to live and just keep going at the activities and the things that you want to do, if you keep trying to enrich yourself by learning new things or spending less time on social media, that is a form of progress that's going to get you to that place where you're going to be fully deserving of whatever comes your way, whether that's a job or a new opportunity. It's going to help you be at that position to accept something like that and to make sure that you that it aligns with the way that you want your life to be going. I don't know if that was a whole bunch of buzzwords, but I'm trying to basically give the viewer, motivation to do whatever you want to do, even when you're in the most unstable, insecure time of life. you can go out and basically do anything. You could tomorrow decide that you want to start horseback riding. I mean, you would need money to pay for a lesson, but like you could potentially pay for a lesson and just start adult horseback riding. No one's stopping you from doing that. So if you just have that same mentality with what you really want to be doing, I don't know what exactly that is, if you want to become like a pro golf player, or if you want to become good at makeup, just sit down, just spend the hours trying to get good at makeup. For me, I wanted to try to get good at podcasting, so I was just like, okay, got a new camera, asked my dad to use the microphone, did a setup, and just sat down and refilmed and filmed over and over again until I was happy with the product and the end result. You know, this may look easy, but this took like a week or two to at least plan out what I wanted to do, what I wanted to say, and how I wanted to approach this whole podcast / video series, where I really wanted to come off as intentional and do less casual videos, even though I do love my little vlogs. This just more aligned with like what I was currently interested in, and I am interested in, which was podcasts that were motivational, informational, and where you could just put it on in the background, but also just have like positive messages that were being said. And that is my favorite type of podcast. And if you want me to share some good podcasters that I like, just let me know. But I always have something playing in the background, and I think it's important to have something good and positive playing in the background. If you do listen to podcasts, there's a lot of like, I would say like annoying guy podcasts where it's like very like misogynistic humor, and I think those podcasts are gross. But anyways, I definitely like to listen to something and have something playing where I'm actually learning and trying to like enrich myself or whatever from the podcast. So yeah, that's my overall thoughts from today on just getting out, trying something new, not doubting yourself, and making sure that you're making life work for you and not the other way around, because it can be done, but you also have to make sure that you're putting in the work every day to make sure that like everything aligns, if that makes sense. And yeah, that's today's episode / podcast. Sorry if this was like a little deeper and spiritual, where it may have not been as relatable, but I'm also trying to, I guess, tap into that space for podcasting and just mental wellness. So yeah. Thanks for listening.